folks. Good morning. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Going to have some fun today here on this beautiful Thursday, September 21st, as Melinda States has joined us today. And I'm going to ask you here eventually. You and I have done this similar discussion a lot of times now, haven't we?
Yes.
And we're going to talk about the Fairfield Plein paintout, which is coming up next week. I'm assuming Tuesday to Saturday?
Tuesday to Saturday.
Tuesday to Saturday. It's like I've done this before.
It's Groundhog Day.
It's Groundhog Day. We're having a lot of fun now as we're going to be talking about the Fairfield Plein paintout, which again is coming up next week. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for joining today. Let's tell you a little bit about a few things going on in and around your area today. Actually, I oftentimes hear, this being a Thursday, a lot of people wait and do things over the weekend. I found something for Thursday. It is over at the Clay County Hospital here in Flora. Well, they're in Flora. I'm in Louisville. And it's the Clay County Hospital Auxiliary is doing a Cusimano and Sons fundraiser today. So please, they say, go online to CusimanoandSonsFundraising.com. Make sure to choose the blue box that says Clay County Hospital Auxiliary Produce Fundraiser. This is the produce fundraiser. You need to have your order placed by today, and then pickup will be next week. So they're placing this fundraiser. The funds go, of course, to the auxiliary. I would think you could. I haven't been online yet, but I'm assuming that you can get on there, get apples, get what would you get this time of year? What's the what would you get? The apples, you'd probably be able to find squash.
Yeah, pumpkins.
Pumpkins, watermelon, maybe? Or is it too late for that?
I don't know.
Cusimano, they do a fine work. They do a nice job. They're out of Mount Vernon. This is kind of a new fundraiser, so give them support them a little bit. Again, go to Cusimano. That's Cusamano. Cusimano and Sons Fundraising.com, and go to the Clay County Hospital Auxiliary Produce Fundraiser. And place the order today, and they'll have you arrange pickup as well. It'll be September 26th, for the pickup. So that's Tuesday. Next Tuesday is pickup, but today is when you want to place your order. And again, that'll be in the pickup will be in the Flora Clinic parking lot from 1 to 3 p.m. on Tuesday. What else going on today? Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful day for a terrifically, we didn't even mention, it is the fundraising, the fundraising thing, the produce pickup. We didn't even mention that it's National Pawpaw Day. National Pawpaw Day here in, it's quite common in Southern Illinois to find pawpaws. This is on the third Thursday in September. Provides a taste of the great but forgotten American fruit. Take a bite out of a creamy mango banana flavored pawpaw to celebrate. Despite their tropical taste and appearance, many pawpaws grow natively in the United States. Over 60 varieties of pawpaw to choose from. The fruit's character changes slightly with each one. A blend of banana and mango, sometimes pineapple. You shouldn't be surprised to some of the names given to the pawpaw. For example, the Kentucky banana or the hillbilly mango hint at the exciting tropical experience awaiting you. Do you eat pawpaws? Are you a pawpaw eater? I've eaten pawpaws twice in my life.
I am not a pawpaw eater, so I'm not much of a fruit eater, period.
Not much of a... Melinda, you got to do better than that.
I know. If it gets past apples and pineapple, I'm probably not much of a fruit eater. Oranges, I do eat oranges.
I wonder if I guess pawpaws are probably too soft to put in a pie. I mean, you could always...
I would think so. They're kind of mushy.
They're mushy. It'd be like eating a guacamole pie or something like that. That's kind of
why I don't like them.
Largest native edible fruit tree in North America. Some facts here as part of United States history. Rumors suggest the pawpaw was George Washington's favorite dessert. As well, presidential farmer Thomas Jefferson cultivated it in Monticello. Additionally, while Jefferson served as minister of France in 1786, he shipped pawpaw seeds to be served to his friends living there. And also, during the Corps of Discovery, Lewis and Clark wrote in their journals that they were quite fond of pawpaws, and at one point during their expedition in 1806, I guess that would have been on their way back, they relied on pawpaws when other provisions ran low. I gotta tell you, if you're Lewis and Clark and you're used to eating, on the way up there, they were eating. The whole crew. They were averaging 3 to 4 pounds of meat a day because they were doing so much activity. They had to have calories, had to have the protein, had to have the meat. They're eating 3 or 4 pounds of meat. Can you imagine relying on pawpaws after you've been eating 3 or 4 pounds of meat?
They became vegetarians.
I guess you would. Woo! Yeah. So there you go. Enjoy National Pawpaw Day. It was formed back in 2019 by Kentucky State University, trying to help bring the history of the pawpaw back. What else is going on here today, September 21st? Now, I never know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. It's a kind of tea, C-H-A-I. Is that kai or chai?
I call it chai.
Chai? Is it chai? I don't know. National Chai Day. It's the aroma. The aroma filling the room comes from ancient spices that's perfectly steeped into a cup of delicious tea. The Indian beverage dates back nearly 5,000 years. The chai served in homes and coffee shops today comes in many forms. For traditional chai, you steep it with black tea leaves, add whole milk for the richest flavor. Some even prefer almond or coconut milk. The most common spice in chai is cardamom, and blends vary from place to place. Spices may include cinnamon, nutmeg, pepper, fennel, as well as all kinds of other things. So there is fancy. I guess you got the sugar cubes there beside. All right, now, we're not doing too well today, because I'm not drinking chai tea.
I'm not either.
I'm not eating pawpaws very often. I've had them, like I said, once or twice. We're not doing too well. This was founded in September of 2021, National Chai Day, and to celebrate, 2018, to celebrate the flavorful drink. And enjoy it. If you love it, by all means, go ahead. Now, here's one you can get behind, folks. This is also September 21st, National Pecan Cookie Day. This is the day folks celebrate the pecan cookie. This delicious cookie can be eaten or enjoyed morning, noon, and night. If you're a pecan snacker, another pecan-related celebration is Pecan Day in April. Pecan is an Algonquin word meaning a nut requiring a stone to crack. A member of the hickory family, the pecan is native to central and southern United States. One of the best ways to enjoy the celebration is by having freshly baked pecan cookies straight from the oven. And that's some pretty good looking pecan cookies. Now, this one, you may be having a problem with the first two. This one I can get behind.
Me too. I can get behind this one.
I have no problem getting behind Pecan Cookie Day. But I got to tell you, if I'm going to drink chai tea, and we're going to go with chai because I don't know. We don't know any better. If I'm going to drink chai tea, I would probably prefer.
You want to dunk your cookie?
I want to dunk my cookie in the milky chai tea. That works better. That works much better for me. What do you want to see on television, ladies and gentlemen? A lot of stuff going on TV tonight. We've got two different high school sports going to be here on Wabash tonight. High school baseball at 4:30. It's Altamont at at Teutopolis. That'll be on Channel 100, right here on this channel, Channel 100. Also tonight at 6 o'clock, high school volleyball is the Red Hill Salukis at the Sisney Running Lions. Also right here on Watch TV, but it's on Channel 99. You might be watching this on Channel 99 right now. If you are, it's going to be right here. If you're on Channel 100, you've got baseball right here. If you're on Channel 98 watching it right now, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to change the channel to what, but you can watch sports all night long. As baseball, Major League Baseball continuing this evening at 6:40. They've only got about a week and a half to go. On the Marquee Network at 6:40 tonight, the Pirates will be in Chicago. Yohan Oviedo versus Kyle Hendricks. Also tonight at 6:15, it's the Mets at the Phillies. That's got some playoff implications, as does that Pirates Cubs game. David Peterson versus Ron Harris Suarez on Fox. That's regular Fox. Also this afternoon, the Brewers are in St. Louis taking on the Cardinals. Wade Miley versus Miles Michaels. Can you believe it? I guess you can. You've been watching them all year long. Mm-hmm. Cardinals got eliminated last night.
Yeah.
No, the games have no meaning. Did you know how many games over the course of the regular season that Yadier Molina played in that didn't matter? Over the course of his career, the games that didn't matter to the standings or being able to get in the playoffs or anything like that. Any idea?
No, not many.
I think it was like 10.
Yeah.
10 games over the course of his career, and they're going to have 10 games this year. So yeah, that tells you a little bit about how well the Cardinals have done this year. But the Brewers and Cardinals at 12:45 today. Wade Miley versus Miles Michaels. That's on Valley 6:30. NCAA football tonight at 6:30. It's Georgia State taking on Coastal Carolina. The Chanticleers. That's on ESPN. And then finally, if you're looking for football, for NFL football, the Giants at the Niners. That's on Amazon tonight. So we won't have it here, but you'll be, if you have Amazon, for that Fire Stick, you might be able to get that. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Melinda States is here, and we're going to talk about the Fairfield Plein paint out when we return, and we will return right after these words. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on the Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Melinda States is here, and we're going to talk about the Fairfield Plein Air paint out as it is coming up. It has varied. The time of year has kind of varied over the years when this thing is done, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. It's gone from last week of September to the second week of October, depending on the year.
Let's tell everybody what a plein air paint out is.
Well, a plein air paint out is, we have artists coming from all over the Midwest that come to Fairfield. They actually paint everything they do, they paint out of doors.
Okay.
What they see outside. So it doesn't make any difference what the weather is, they're outside.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they would go out there in the rain and stuff too. They'll paint it. I guess you're not using watercolors if it's raining.
No, some do, but they do go out and it was everything. We had rain one year, and there was a gentleman that parked that had the back of his car open, and he sat inside of his car and painted what was outside.
Oh, really?
We've had umbrellas, and so it doesn't make any difference. And they have plein air events going on all winter long. So
Let's tell folks what a plein air event is.
tell them what it is.
What a plein air event is. I mean, you say people go out and just the paint outside. How many artists are they bringing in,
Okay.
and is there a what's going on?
Okay, for our event, we have 20 artists coming. We usually have 20 to 25 that come each year. We have several that are returnees, and then we also always have some new ones, and that's always good to have as some new people come. They come to a community, they paint whatever they see that they like, that strikes them to paint. We don't really direct them to where they go. We might give them some suggestions, but they're not committed to do anything particular.
Now, when they come to, I'll ask that question, man. How'd this get started, and how long ago? This is kind of an annual event now.
This is our 12th one. So
That tells you how long she and I have been talking about this, because
Yes,
I
it
think we
does.
talked about the first or second one back in the old days, back in the bad old days. Did you see this going 12 years or
No.
13 years when
I thought
when it
maybe
started?
2 or 3 years and it would kind of fizzle out and we would move on to something else. But we have artists that have come to every one of them that we've had.
And this is sponsored and put on by the
It's
volunteers?
put on by Volunteers for Progressive Fairfield, which is a group of volunteers that are trying to bring events and activities into Fairfield for the people of Fairfield.
What was the genesis for it? Why did we start putting this thing on? I ask folks about this. I had the folks from previous events, like the Hoyleton. They have their Hofbrau Fest every year at the 4th of July, and they've been doing it 50 years. And I said, what got it started? And the people on the show, I have no idea.
They weren't around.
They weren't around. But now you were around because it was only 10 or 12 years ago.
Yes,
What got it started?
I was around. At the time previous to this, Fairfield had what they called the Pumpkin Festival.
Right.
And so
Only did that 1 or 2 years.
they
right?
only did that 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And it kind of waned.
Right.
So they wanted to do something. The Volunteers for Progressive Fairfield said, well, let's do something related to the arts. Let's see if that will work. And so, voila, here we are.
It was kind of a new thing.
Yes.
Kind of a new
At
event
that
to this
point-
area, wasn't it?
At that point, it was pretty new nationwide. It was kind of an up-and-coming thing. We had Spencer Meager, who is a local artist, who was participating in different ones. And he said, this is what's coming up for artists to do, so let's try this. So we did.
That's the fascinating thing to me, is that the artists. I mean, this couldn't really continue without the artist support, could it?
That is correct. Nor could it continue without our community supporting
Well, now
us.
that's true too. That's absolutely. But the artists are from all over. I mean, you might run into a gentleman or a lady from New England coming down here to paint. Ohio.
We have Ohio. We've had from Florida. We've had Wisconsin, Michigan, of course, Indiana, Missouri.
What's the reaction of somebody from Florida who's probably more used to going to maybe a Plein at Key West and shooting that great big block at the western point of
Right.
westernmost point of the island or whatever that thing is. What is the reaction of somebody from Florida when they come up here to paint just the outdoor scenes? It's because now I will tell you, Melinda, I have not been to Florida personally. I'm 57 years old. I've been to 43 states. I've never been to Florida. But I'm assuming that it looks different from Southern Illinois.
Yes, it does look different from Southern Illinois.
Thank you.
I have been to Florida.
All right. Well, I
It
appreciate
does
your
look different.
perspective.
But they are looking for different types of landscape, different vistas, I guess I should say, of things to paint. Seems like, they enjoy water, which, that's kind of a rarity in Wayne County, but we find some for
Yeah,
them
you find some ponds.
We find some for them periodically. But they like different areas, so it's always amazing what they find to paint for us.
That's one of the other things I was going to get to is it's the Fairfield Plein paint out. I will get the word right because
It's
I've said
okay.
it over and over. It's the Fairfield Plein Air paint out, but they go to all around Wayne County, don't they?
They travel all over Wayne County, yes.
And it has been shared some years with Edwards County as well as it has been all over. I guess with it still going 10 or 12 years later, the artists must love it.
Like I said, we have artists that have been here all 12 years.
Really?
They love to come to Fairfield. Of course, we give them a lot of little perks that other people don't give.
Well, we'll talk about some of the little perks and the schedule and what is going on here when we return. We're talking with Melinda States about the Fairfield Plein Air Paint Out, and we'll continue talking about that when we return. You're watching Big Talk. Bruce Dickey back in a sec.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, midwestfarmco.com.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
All right, I may as well let the people
Okay.
in on this too, because folks, we were talking earlier about Adam Wainwright. I think we were doing that on the air as well as off the air, but when we were talking about the Cardinals. One more fun Adam Wainwright fact. Since 1961, when the expansion era, with the expansion era of Major League Baseball, you're familiar with the expansion era.
Thank you.
That's when they went from 16 teams to 18, and they brought in the Mets, and then they went to 20, and now there are 32 teams. Since that time, there have been 12,000 new players in Major League Baseball. over the course of that 63 years, 63 seasons. There have been over 12,000 players. There have been 2,000 players hit more than 10 home runs. There have been 61 pitchers get over 200 wins. There is one player with both 200 wins and over 10 home runs. Adam Wainwright. I've had that on my mind for the last 20 minutes, and I had to get it out. So there you have a nice little fact about Adam Wainwright. We're both celebrating Adam Wainwright's career because we both. I love him dearly. I don't know if Melinda does. Do you like Adam Wainwright?
I'm a fan. Yes.
She's a fan. Well, that's why I probably over hyperbole then. But see, now that would make a good painting. If we get Adam Wainwright to come to town next week.
You get him to come. And
you think we could get Adam?
We'll direct them to it.
If we could get Adam Wainwright to come to town next week, he might be a little busy.
He might be, but if you get him to come, we'll direct them.
We are talking about the Fairfield Plein Air paint out set for it starts Tuesday. What's going on next week? Tell me what the schedule looks like.
Oh, well, every day during the daytime they can paint wherever they wish to paint. So we try to feed them in the evenings and then have something going on early evening for them. Tuesday night is just more or less an orientation. We'll be at Fusion Coffee Shop downtown Fairfield.
Now, is this open to the public, or is
sure,
this?
You can come if you want to meet them. It'll be fine.
Come to meet the painters. And actually, it's not a bad opportunity if you have an eye and you see something out that you think might look good painting. You might suggest. I'm certain they're open to suggestions, aren't they? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they like to talk to people and figure out where there's places they can go and how to get there, because they're on their own to get there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're most of them new to the area. You have some returnings, but how many? What is the split this year? New versus old?
I think we have 3 new ones this year.
Okay.
So there's probably 17, 18.
Well, as you've been doing it this long, it's good to have people coming back, isn't
Right.
it? Okay, so Tuesday has the meet and greet down at the Fusion, and that's in downtown Fairfield.
Right, that's at 5. They'll be there at 5.
Okay.
So. Then Wednesday evening, we'll feed them again. We just feed the artists. We don't feed the whole community.
Sure. That's understandable.
And then they'll be doing what we call a nocturne paint after that.
Nocturne is on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
Explain to people what the
Nocturne is. They paint at night with the street lights or whatever lights they have around them.
My question is, and all right, I'm sitting home watching this on TV. Bruce, what the heck is this plein air? What language is this? Nocturne. You're bringing up words that aren't American, Bruce.
That's right. They're a little French.
they are a little French, aren't they? The plein air. I mean, if you're in artistry, you can go back through the French. Well, yeah, the French were just wonderful, and look at for crying out loud, the Dutch and all the rest of them. But the outdoor Monet, they're French people.
That's right.
And that's where it comes from, right? That's where the idea comes from.
Yeah.
Nocturne. Okay, now will these? I guess they're required to be outside because they're going to be outside.
They will be outside. We usually don't really know where they are. We kind of try to drive around, see if we can find them. They'll be somewhere on probably the main streets of Fairfield doing their nocturnes.
Looking at trying to find some particular interesting dynamic or something to take a look at.
Yeah.
Like there've been a lot of courthouses.
A lot of courthouses. There will be some that will do some of the windows downtown that will have lighting on them, or one year someone did classic pizza with the customers sitting inside the window.
Yeah.
So someone did Mach 1 gas station.
It's kind of like, if you're looking at
in the alleys, they go into
it could
alleys.
be. It's basically similar to Nighthawks, for crying out loud. For want of a particular picture to judge from, that is a extremely good example of light and difference and loneliness, for crying out loud.
It's a challenge for them too.
Yeah.
But they love to do it, so we always try to schedule one. We didn't schedule one last year but they were out doing them anyway, so we're like, well, we might as well put it back in the schedule.
You didn't have it on the schedule for the
We didn't
nocturne
have
last year?
No, we didn't, because usually what we put on the schedule, we will offer an award for,
Yeah.
a cash award, and so we didn't do that last year, but we added it back in this year.
Oh, that
So-
makes sense.
And we do have an award for
Well,
it.
and that makes sense, though, that I mean, if they enjoy it, they must enjoy it if they're going out there and doing
Right. Mm-hmm.
it. And the intriguing part is when you see the night pictures, they're a little bit more work because you've got to fill more of a
Yeah.
page,
You've
don't
got-
you?
You've got shadows and things to
Shadows.
deal with,
Yeah.
so.
What's up next? That's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Thursday night, we think will be a really fun night because the Wayne County Saddle Club has the little guys come out and practice riding their horses at the Saddle Club.
Nice.
So Thursday evening, they're going to go to the Saddle Club and meet the horses and the cowpokes.
This is the one just north of, or
Just
between
north of-
Jeff and the airport.
And so they'll be painting out there for the quick paint, as we call it. So they'll
Okay,
have-
that's the quick paint.
That's the quick paint.
The quick paint has been removed from Saturday, hasn't it?
Yes.
Probably Saturday was a little busy with that.
Saturday was a little busy. We have kind of pared back on Saturday.
That makes more sense. That makes a lot of sense. And then we'll get to that, back to that in a second. Tell me about Friday night, because I've been just waiting to talk about the, is that the?
That's Saturday.
That's Saturday, okay, well, I'm.
Sorry, let's try, there's Friday.
Well, I
Friday's
tell
a
you,
little
what,
invitation.
I had the invitation and I can't find it, so I'll throw the invitation
It's
up
okay.
there in a second.
Friday night is our premier exhibit and show
Okay.
of our paintings. So all the paintings that have been done next week will be on display at the Wayne County Floral Hall Fairgrounds, at the fairgrounds.
Very comfortable. Look at this. I mean, and this also kind of gives folks an idea of how much work there is, isn't
Yes, last year we had 275 paintings
there? Wow.
done in 4 days. So, and about the same number of artists.
And you
So-
get and you get the opportunity to chat with an artist.
You
There's
can-
David Harrell right there, right?
Yes. You
And,
can visit with the artists about what they've done. You can purchase an original painting from them. It's already framed. As you can see, they're framed and ready to go. So all you do
Do
is,
they all frame their own?
yes, they do.
It's kind of it makes, I'm just sitting here thinking, I've got 2 or 3 works at the framers right now that have been there for weeks. So I'm glad they're framing their own.
Yeah, they frame their own paintings. They bring frames with them and they plan out kind of what size paintings they're going to be doing and bring
There's
those.
kind of another shot,
Yeah.
I believe that's Spencer
That's
talking to
Spencer
somebody.
talking, yeah.
Talking to somebody right there. That's probably, looks like Janie McDowell's back. So, boy, that's you got to figure there's 10 or 12 a rack there. There are a lot of paintings that folks can take a look at. What's going on here?
This is just one of our artists. These pictures are mainly from last year, all from last year. This is our quick paint last year. We did a little car show at the park, and this is one of our artists working on his painting at the quick paint.
Okay, so that's down in Leo French Park, right? You can kind of see the Santa building
Yes,
behind
you
him
can.
there. And if you look up the hill, that'd be where the swimming pool, the swimming pool is.
This is Jamie Green, and he's from Quincy that comes to us every year.
He's coming back this year? Mm-hmm. He's painting a car there, too, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's a watercolorist and a sketcher.
Oh,
Does
wow.
a lot
that's
of drawings.
That's pretty nice work. Here's we were talking about
This
the
is
nocturne.
the Nocturne. Yeah, this is Tammy Dickerson. She comes from the Kansas City area. She's been here probably 10 or 11 years.
Wow. That's
always-
almost since the start, too.
Yes, always has lots of artwork that she gets done. She's a prolific painter.
Wow, that's incredible.
She's
Looks-
painted at least one painting every day for probably, I don't know, last I knew it was over 1,500 days, so,
Really?
yeah.
Wow, that is prolific. Who's I don't recognize this barn.
It's somewhere in the Wayne City area, because that's where it was painted at last year.
Huh.
It's south of Wayne City, I think.
I ought to know that.
So this is kind of an example of some of the things that she does with pen and ink. This is Tammy Dickerson also.
Oh, that's just pen and ink. That's not watercolor. or
Yeah,
anything.
they can do other media besides paint, as long as it's done out of doors.
What
So,
media will be the main focus?
Main focus
is there a
will be
main focus?
oils. Most people do oils.
Okay. I didn't know if most
Or acrylic.
people did oils, or I know that Spencer likes to do watercolors, and that there are usually some of each, aren't there?
Yes, there's some oils, there's some watercolors, there's some acrylics. We have a couple of pastelas coming.
Really? Mm-hmm. What do the pastels do? Just basically work with colors, or?
They're, the pastels are kind of chalk,
Oh.
kind of a mix between a chalk and a crayon.
Really?
Different colors, and
Okay.
they work with those.
I am-
They look just like paintings when they're done, but they're got a little bit different texture to them.
That's cool. I am unfamiliar as I'm more into music than this is two different kinds of art. I can tell you what pastels are in music. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We've got Melinda States here, and we are talking about the Fairfield Plein Air Pen. Now, we're going to come back and show you some more pictures of some of the art, some of the winners from last year, as well as tell you how you can get involved in addition to just talking to folks, but get some art for yourself, right?
Right.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back right after these. Do stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Got Melinda States here. We are talking about the Fairfield Plein Air paint out set for next week, September 26th through September 30th. Mm-hmm. And we got to a Thursday night. Big deal on Friday night. Tell me what's going on Friday.
Friday evenings, when all the paintings will be on display for people to come view. You can purchase paintings, visit with the artists, and we also have a couple of little fundraisers to keep this going from year to year because
Sure.
we have to have funds.
Yeah, well, that's what the $5 is for.
That's what the $5 is for. Mm-hmm. And then also the artists provide us, I guess I should say, a little 6x6 painting, which I didn't send you a copy of those, but of something that they've done in their studio, and then we raffle those off.
Oh, you'll have 20 of those.
Mm-hmm. We'll have 20 of those, and you buy a ticket for however many tickets you want for $1 a piece, and you stick them in the little buckets and buy the paintings and get we draw a winner out of each one of them.
The
so.
funds go to the Volunteers for a Progressive Fairfield. What do
But it supports the paint out, so.
supporting the paint out? Well, I was going to say, what if all of this that we're talking about? Where would I find more information on it?
Our Fairfield Paint Out Facebook page is where most of our information is at.
Okay.
So-
The Fairfield Paint Out Facebook page. Let's tell me what's going on Saturday. What is
Saturday, we used to try to do a lot of things Saturday morning and realized by the time you get the judging done and all the awards ready to go, it's a hectic morning for us and the artists. So Vicki Gifford has graciously agreed to do a sidewalk chalk competition for young people.
Really?
At the Center Street School. So
No
it's for
kidding.
4th to 8th grades. We'll have two different age groups, 4th to 6th graders and 7th and 8th graders. They'll be drawing on the sidewalks around Center Street School. And the Wayne County Press has offered prize money for the winners.
How about that? What will these kids, what are they painting for the most part?
They're
not
doing chalk so that when
not paint, I guess.
Yeah, they'll be doing chalk so whenever it gets wet, it will wash off.
Yeah.
We gave it a theme.
Is there a theme? Yeah.
A few of your favorite things, so they can choose something that they really like or enjoy doing and do some artwork with that.
The cool part, the creativity here is just out of this world. I mean,
Yes.
these kids come up with all kinds of different things to paint as well as just to concentrate on. I mean, when I think of chalk on a sidewalk, I think hopscotch.
Yes.
I think hopscotch. That's how creative I am.
And I might be able to draw one of those. I don't know.
That'd be about it. So now, what time of day was this? This
It's
was
9 to 10 on Saturday
Okay.
morning. And Vicky's number's there. You need to contact her and give her your information as a
And this is open to all Wayne County students?
Yeah, open to everybody, yes.
For the 4th
Not just
through
Center
8th grade.
Street kids, just everybody.
Oh, that's really cool. There's
Yeah.
plenty of sidewalk around
Oh, yeah,
Center
there's
Street.
lots of sidewalk. They can, they'll be given a square or 2 squares, whatever she decides to give them, and they can fill it up with whatever they wish, so.
I wonder how many folks how many students she'll end up getting involved in that.
I'm not sure. I know, I talked to her this morning, and she's got about 13 to 15 on already this morning,
Wow.
but that's.
We've still got a week.
You still got a week, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the. I kind of skipped over the part on the Friday night. Is that when are there prizes given away Friday night as well, or are they all the prizes for Saturday?
All the prizes will be given Saturday.
Okay. The Friday night, like we talked about, there's what that is, the $5, and that does not include the raffle tickets, right? Or does this include the raffle tickets?
That $5 will give you a chance on a painting done by Spencer Meek.
That gives you a chance. Okay, I wanted to clarify.
Two different kinds of painting things going on.
There's a lot of different painting stuff. You get involved, you'll be able to find something to certainly to occupy you. Tell me a little bit then about Friday night. Isn't there the People's Choice Award too, or
There's
do
a
we still
People's
do that?
Choice Award. They
Is that when
they
we're
do
voting on
get to
that?
vote for that on Friday
Okay.
night, but we don't.
That's what I was. If you want to vote, have your voice heard.
Yes, we need to hear your voice about which painting in the whole process you.
Which painting and it's fascinating to me. We're gonna show the pictures of some of the prize winners from previous years. It's fascinating to me how well the People's Choice Award winners have kind of meshed with the judges over the years, haven't they?
Yes, they have. They are. Sometimes they're the best of show is the People's Choice.
Is that right?
We've had that a couple of times. So our community does have an eye for the artwork. They just need to come look at it so they can share it with us.
Again, and it'll be you can look at it on Friday night, but as well as on Saturday, there'll be a public
After
exhibition
11
as well, right?
on Saturday, because we like to have the judge have time by herself to look at all the paintings without any distractions. But we'll be open at 11.
Okay.
So you can come in from then until 12, and then we do the awards program at 12.
I tell you what, let's take a quick break and we'll talk about the judging and the different categories and the different ways folks can get involved and how to. I mean, you don't buy. I guess If you insist on buying a painting Friday night, they'll sell it to you. But
Oh, yeah, it's buy paintings on Friday night.
oh, yeah, you can buy a painting on Friday night,
yes.
but you don't get to take it with you.
Not if they want to into the judging. So,
I like the fact that if you want to buy it and take it out of the judging, don't want the judge to see it, you can just go ahead and do it. Then probably have to pay a premium.
that's between you and the artist. All the sales go between the customer and the artist.
You guys aren't involved in the sales. Okay, all right. The volunteers for Progressive Fairfield. We'll also talk, when we come back, we'll tell you a little bit about some of the other things the VPF folks do. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after these. Stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much. We are talking about the Fairfield Plein Air paint out. This is Melinda States. And before we get back into the paintings, tell me a little bit more about what the Volunteers for Progressive Fairfield do. They paint out really isn't all they do, is it?
No, it's not all we do. Like I said, we try to do events and activities for people to come to Fairfield to enjoy things. In the past, we have done movies in the park. We didn't get those done this year.
Mm-hmm.
Santa Claus and the lights in the park are one of our major events that we do, and they'll be up right after Thanksgiving and up through Christmas. So.
And opportunity there to say hi to Santa Claus as well as to get a nice. The park is just beautiful.
Yes,
loaded with stuff.
Loaded with lights, and we have people that donate lights every year to be new displays to be put on each year. So it's a good event.
It gets folks in the Christmas spirit too.
Lots of people go through the park and enjoy them, and
they go through more than once.
Yes.
Yeah, it's because some nights some are working, some nights the others are working.
Right. Yeah, we try to have someone there, especially on weekends. We do have a little bucket that we'll take donations if you wish to give to us. There's no pressure to do that.
Yeah. Anything with the eclipse next year? Or is that all Y Fairfield?
That's Y Fairfield doing that. So.
I didn't know if you guys were combining with them.
No, we haven't. I mean, there's some of our group that are working with them, but we're not actually officially with them.
I suspect that most of the folks you're going to see the eclipse Anyway.
Yeah, we're going to be here. If you're here, you're going to see us.
If you're here, you're here. Well, that's cool. Okay. Saturday, the exhibition is at 11 a.m., and that's when the prizes are, when the judge has judged. Who is our judge?
Our judge is Maggie McCarthy.
Okay.
She is an artist from the St. Louis area.
Okay.
She's heavily involved with the Plein association of group of artists around that area. Actually, she was to judge for us last year, and I think I told you this. She had, the day before, she came down with COVID, so she's coming back to take care of us this year.
You don't want your judge in that enclosed space with COVID looking at stuff and talking to people. But I mean, she's a qualified judge, and you guys always try to get a judge from elsewhere, and somebody who may or may not know the painters may or may not know the work.
Oftentimes, they do know some of the painters. They may not know all of the artists.
It's not a tremendously large community.
No. They don't know all of them, but they've run into them places, but it's always very fair. So ever.
I was gonna say, have you ever had any artist or any buyer just think that the judge did not judge fairly or something like that?
Never have had anyone file a complaint.
No petulant artist.
No.
I always wonder when I'm taking my work and going home.
Yeah, they're a family too.
Yeah.
They go to all these events together. They're very good friends with each other. They encourage each other. They give very encouraging comments to each other.
That's good.
So
here are some of the prize winners from last year, and the prizes are kind of divided how?
We have a best of show. We do 3 awards of excellence, which would be like the next 3 best. We do a people's choice, which is when the people who come to the art exhibit get to vote.
Right.
We do an artist's choice, so the artists get to vote on what they think is the best.
Okay, so you'll do, that's pretty cool. Do the artist's choice and the people's choice ever match?
Oftentimes, they're not the same.
Yeah, I didn't figure they probably would, because the artists will have a little different eye than your general public will, won't they?
And they know what their colleagues have gone through to get a particular painting done.
Yeah.
Sometimes, so that comes into the play with them.
That probably does play in. And so you have the 3 other excellence awards, and then the purchase awards.
Then we also do a quick paint award and a nocturne paint award this time. And then we do purchase awards, which are, we send out invitations to people in the community. We put things on the radio and TV.
And these are basically sponsored.
Newspaper, right.
Yeah.
That they can put down $250 towards a painting, which oftentimes that will buy a painting for them, but they get first choice at the paintings then, if they become a purchase award.
Let's take a look at some of these paintings.
Okay.
Here is, that looks like Rhonda Tennant there with the...
It's Becky Tennant.
Becky Tennant, pardon me.
With David Harrell.
And David Harrell.
And that is a purchase award.
Okay, this was, who's the purchase award?
Becky and Ron Tennant were the purchase award.
The Tennant landscaping?
We're purchasers.
I could see why they would get a landscaping painting there, wouldn't it?
Right, yeah.
That's pretty detailed, David Harrell there.
Yes.
Is David participating this year?
Yes, he is. He's also on our committee and helps us plan things out, and he's a very good...
Vital.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's nice to have young people to have new ideas.
Well, that's the other thing. If you're driving through downtown Fairfield and you see the mural...
David did that mural.
David did that mural. It's next to Freedom Park. It's terrifically well done. Here's now tell us who these people folks are.
That is Jenny Farmer on the left, and the artist is Rhonda Richter on the right. That's also another purchase award from last year.
I'm trying to recognize the...
I think it's the Victorian,
sunflowers
maybe?
in front of a home?
Yeah, I think, is it the Victorian, maybe?
That might be the Victorian.
I'm not sure.
Wow, that's pretty nice, though. And, okay, let's take a look at another one. Okay, there's Pat Molt.
Yes, this is what we call our Hometown Pride Award. I forgot to mention that one.
So this is still going this year.
We have photos submitted by people in the community of things they've taken in the community. The artists choose a photo, and then they paint that photo, and that sells at the...
Have the photos already been submitted, or are those?
Yes, those are submitted, and the artists probably have their paintings done and ready to bring to us.
Okay, all right. How many photos were submitted, do you think?
I don't know this year. I I just don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
cool.
I wasn't in charge of that, so I don't know. I know
Well-
they had several they could choose from.
Well, you
so.
see, that's a nice building,
Yeah.
and looks like a kind of
It's a drive, I think, with a barn behind it, maybe.
Yeah, that's
And this is Dr. Mold on the left there, and he serves as our judge for that category.
Oh, nice.
And provides the,
Who's the
that is
painter?
Fran Mangino, and she's from, well, she lives in Florida part-time and Ohio part-time.
Okay,
So,
well, I don't blame her. I'm assuming summer times in Ohio.
Or probably
Yeah.
not much different than ours. Well, maybe worse.
All right, now we already saw this fellow working on the car, I think,
that's
right?
Jamie Green. That was a purchase award, but apparently his purchaser was not there, so.
What is the painting of
It's
there?
at the elevator in Wayne City.
Oh, it sure is. It sure is. That's looking to the west, I believe, on the backside where
Yeah.
where you've got the that's the thing. That particular landscape in particular is going to be changing
Yes,
over the course
yes.
of the next few years. Somebody's going to take that thing down.
Yeah.
Or at
It
least
will
that
change.
building.
It'll be different, but
And then you'll have just the view of the railroad tracks. Let's see. I think we have one more here. Tell me about
that
this
one's
one.
the best of show.
Okay.
So on the left, you have
You have Joey.
Joey Hungerford, who's president of Fairfield National Bank. They were the sponsor of the Best of Show Award, have been
Are they this year as well?
from the very beginning.
Oh,
so
good.
This is the 12th year they've done it for us, and we're very appreciative of that.
Sure.
In the middle is the artist, Gabriel Baber. She's from the Lake St. Louis area. And on the right was our judge. And of course, I can't remember his name.
Tell me, it looks like she won Best of Show. Did she win anything? Was that one of the also the voted best by the people?
No,
It wasn't one.
what she is holding in her other hand is Cindy Meager, Spencer's wife, she has a creative bend to her also.
Right.
And she made some little special awards to go along with
a trophy.
Yeah, a little trophy to go along with the monetary award.
Well, that's
So-
really cool.
So that's what she's holding.
I bet you the artists just get a kick out of getting that kind of thing, getting
Yes.
that kind of recognition.
They really enjoyed those. That last year was the first time we'd done those, and she's working on some for us again this year. But they really enjoyed getting those because they're unique. There's something they can sit on their shelf at home and look at and enjoy.
Look at it, enjoy it, take it to whenever
The money
they're
gets-
painting, and
Yeah.
set it on their easel. Set it right there if somebody wants to come up and yap at them.
Right. Their check and their money's gone, but they still have this little trophy.
That's exactly. Let's talk a little bit in the last couple of minutes about if you see one of the painters, let's just call it out in the wild. If you see a painter out in the wild working on something, do they mind if you go up and talk to them?
They'd love for you to come talk to them. The artists enjoy visiting with people in the community. Most of them are very friendly and
Yeah.
willing to do that, and you'll know very quickly if they're intent on doing something that they don't want to be bothered from.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they will stop and talk with you and let you watch what they're doing and ask questions.
And that's the fascinating part of it is watching. Just think of the Bob Ross shows or something like that. Just seeing how they're building, how they build this visage out of nothing. It is just a tremendous for those of us that are not arty.
Yeah, I don't have that capability to do that either. I enjoy their artwork, but I don't understand how they do it either.
Before we get out of here, we would be remiss to, Spencer Meager is not participating this year, as we have already talked about. We had the show. How was the show successful back in the spring?
Yes, we had his benefit back in June. It was a great weekend. We had a lot of support and very thankful.
Let's just give a second to say how much he has meant to the Plein Air Paint Out.
Well, he's been with us from day one. From the very beginning of planting the seed with us of saying, let's try this.
Yeah.
And he and his wife Cindy have both been on our committee throughout the years. He's always been an artist for us and encouraged artists to come see us. We wouldn't have been successful without him and Cindy both.
Well, we'll just end the show on that. Thank you very much to all the folks who are going to go see the art. Thanks, Spencer, for all you've done for the Plein Air Paint Out and for the volunteers for Progressive Fairfield. Melinda, thank you so much.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm glad you have. Enjoy the Fairfield Plein Air Paint Out, folks. We'll see you next time on Big Talk. Have a great day.
Thank you, Ruth.